Government urged members of boards of Agricultural Institute to shun corruption. Nass member link Herdsmen crisis to recruitment into security agencies. Femi Falana tasked President Buhari to end illegal Nass allowances. Welcome to Television Nigerian News. At this time, I am Cynthia Agbo. The federal government has cautioned members of the governing boards of Agricultural Research Institutes and Rural Development to shun corruption. The Minister of State for Agriculture, Henikin Lokbobiri, advised them to ensure accountability and ensure zero tolerance for corrupt practices. The minister, who gave the charge in Abuja while inaugurating the boards, stressed that research institutes and colleges of agriculture play important roles in the development of new technologies. According to him, they help in creating input, storage, and distribution techniques for improved yields and reduction of post-harvest losses. Speaking on behalf of the board, the chairman, Adetunji Ajagbe, promised prompt delivery to transform the sector. The inaugurated boards include Cereals Research Institute, Badegi Nigerian Agricultural Insurance Corporation, and others. The member of the National Assembly representing a Sako Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Johnson Oguma, has attributed deadly clashes between farmers and herdsmen in the country to poor recruitment policy of security personnel. He said that the politicization of appointments have denied citizens of effective protection. Backing the clamor for state police, the lawmaker stated that the call was in line with the demand to devolve powers to the state. He further accused those distractors as responsible for the crisis in the country. Lawyer and human rights activist Femi Falana has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to block all illegal payments received by lawmakers. This follows criticism against the jumbo monthly allowances received by members of the National Assembly. The lawyer, in a recent statement, said the emolument received by the lawmakers goes beyond what was declared by Senator Shun, who had blown the lead on the pay received by lawmakers. Senator Shun had, in an interview with a national daily, revealed that his colleagues received 13.5 million monthly as running costs. The amount is aside the 750,000 consolidated salary and allowances of the lawmakers. Governor Akinwumi Ambode of Lagos State has recommended a 25-year minimal jail term for rapists. Akinwumi Ambode says rape should not be met with light sentences. The governor made the recommendation during a symbolic walk against domestic and sexual violence in Alausa, Lagos State. He said that the country needs laws to respond to the nature and occurrences of domestic violence. The governor urged the police to be more professional and ensure proper investigation of reported cases. He also advocated the training of specialists to handle domestic violence cases. After the break, Central Bank of Nigeria says reserve stands at 46 billion naira. The Central Bank of Nigeria says the country's external reserve stands at 46 billion naira. Spokesman of the CBN, Isaac Okorafor, disclosed this in a statement recently. He revealed that the reserves grew by about $3.2 billion between February and March 2018. According to him, the reserve at the beginning of 2018 stood at $39.3 billion, but rose to $42.8 before climbing to the new height $46 billion. He attributed the rise to the Apex Bank's effort at reducing the country's import bill, while encouraging inflow from oil and non-oil exports. Moving on to sports, American Michael Norman broke the world indoor 400-meter record in only his third race in the event. The 20-year-old is the under-20 world 200-meter champion and clocked 44.52 seconds at the U.S. Collegiate Indoor Championships in Texas. Norman is through the first lap in 21.3 seconds on his way to the record. His time took 0.05 seconds off the previous mark set in 2005 by compatriot Keron Clement, who won gold in the 400-meter hurdles at the 2016 Rio Olympics. And on the foreign scene, a Nigerian, Chile Eboe Osuji, has been elected the president of the War Crimes Tribunal. He was elevated to the court in 2012 and will serve as the president of the International Criminal Court the next 3 years. The newly appointed judge said he feels encouraged to have been elected by his peers as the president of the International Criminal Court. The presidency, which consists of the president and 2 vice presidents, play a key role in providing strategic leadership to the ICC. To end the news, a recap of the major stories. Government urged members of boards of agricultural institutes to shun corruption. Nass member link Herdsmen crisis to recruitment into security agencies. Femi Falana tasked President Muhammadu Buhari to end illegal Nass allowances. That's the news at this hour on Television Nigerian. And before we go, I'll leave you with these thoughts. Set the standard and watch other things revolve around it. You can send us your eyewitness reports via info@tvn.news. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page using Television Nigerian. You can also follow us on Twitter at TVN Nigerian. Thanks for watching. I am Cynthia Agbo. Do have yourself a wonderful night.